Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Salami. Today we're looking at Graven, a brand new game out that's available on Steam, of course, so it's available on Steam Deck. So we're checking out the Steam Deck version. This game works out of the tin. There is a few settings that I had to change. One was the controller. For some reason the Steam Deck thought it didn't have controller support, so I went to keyboard and mouse. But simply pushing the Steam button and going to controller and changing it to controller, the game picked up a controller and we were away laughing. The other thing I changed was the FOV. It comes preloaded at 110, which is just a little bit wide, I think, for the Steam Deck, and it looks a bit fishbowl-y. So I dropped it down to 90, but of course you do you. They actually have quite a robust options menu in here. You've got everything you could want. Everything's rebindable. And it works out of the box, even though Steam hasn't verified it yet. I'm sure that verification will come in no time. Talking about the game, it's a first-person hack and slash retro-styled game. It's really it's an art style that I'm quite fond of. It kind of gives you that PS2-y, PS1 vibe of graphical fidelity, which I mean, it's like, I don't think the PS2 graphics are kind of overused, saturated like say the 16 or 32-bit graphics. So this feels a little bit more unique in my personal opinion, and the gameplay is kind of cool. It's got a little hub. You start in a little hub town and you can go do quests and you go find gear and loot, and you just make your way through. You're going to see it here in a moment. There is load times in this game, which is quite surprising, but it does fit with the aesthetic of it. And there's no map, which I found is probably one of my biggest, it's not a critique, but it really surprised me when I was like, I don't know where to go. And I was like trying to bring up a map, and there is no map that I can gather. You just have to look at your journal and find your way around. As you can see, the game locks to 60 pretty well. I have noticed that alpha effects will tank the frame rate, unfortunately. Hopefully that's just that'll get fixed, but I mean, it's definitely playable. Like, I know I've got everything set to ultra, where you could probably drop some of the settings down and it will stay locked to 60, but I'm a graphics person, and so I like to max everything out if I can. What do you guys do? Like when you're testing games on Steam Deck, do you like to like lock at 60, or do you like to go for fidelity or a mix? I'm kind of like, it's a game by game thing for me. Like some I was like, oh, I want 60, some I want 30, some I want 40. I kind of just go in between, but I'd love to know what you guys think of how you do your settings. It's always interesting, and you get some good tips out of people too. As you can see here, you look in your journal at things you need to do and where to go. I came up here, but there's nothing really up here. I found some ammo and I wandered around a little bit, but there's not a lot up here. As you can see, you can pick up barrels and throw them, and you've got a kick, and you can kick stuff around and break into things. And we'll jump around for some gameplay in a moment. As you can see, you can break into things. Like, you get your first ability when you head down into this underground dungeon, which is a sewer, and as you make your way down here, you can find all sorts of good stuff. It's quite cool because there is puzzles involved in here, and you know, they've got a little bit of that Metroidvania vibe going on, where there's things you can't get to, but you can see there's walls that can be broken and explode. It's like, well, I don't have the right things yet to break into these areas. And you find yourself doing little side quests down here. Like, I didn't even know I was doing a side quest, but there's a quest down here to blow up lots of bodies that are blocking the drain pipe. Now, I did that while I was down, because I went straight down here from the top. I didn't talk to the guards beforehand, which if you do that first, they ask you to do it and they'll let you into the little township. But I just went straight down here and did it. So when I got back up, I'd already completed the quest. But there, as you can see as I make my way down and around, they're quite big areas to explore, which I appreciate. Like it's a linear but wide experience, if that makes sense, which is my preferred gameplay feeling when it comes to this kind of stuff. As you can see, I found the lever piece before. Again, it's kind of fun to be like, oh, I found what I need, and now I'm going to go back right now and see what I can use it on. And that unlocks the ability to open a door, which then lets you get on with completing that quest to let you into the township. This guy just like flies down the stairs at me. I'm finding the flame attack a little bit weak at the moment, and you can see the alpha effects on the flame attack really hit the frame rate here. If I wasn't recording, it would be higher, but it does still affect the frame rate a little bit for some unknown reason. But it's not a game breaker by any chance. As you can see, there's a ton of bottles, explosive barrels in here to use, which you can't say no to. I'm going to collect all my bits, and you'll see that I killed some of those ghouls before, and I just take it along here, put it at the end here and get it ready to blow up some bodies. As you can see, it's quite a grim game, isn't it? It's so cool. And then I'll show you some more gameplay. Here's a small combat encounter. As you've seen a few combats, but I just thought I'd add some more combat here. As you can see here, there's just a couple of dudes just beating them up. The staff feels really cool, but I am really interested in getting my hands on some more weapons. It will definitely be more exciting. As you can see, there's a lot of closed doors that I can't quite get into, and there's this chest here, this large chest with the weird broken lid, but I cannot see yet a way to break it open. I think I need an upgrade of some type to break into that. The most important thing, being able to pet a dog in your game. Never forget that, developers, never forget that. As you can see here, we've made it into a new area, a new sort of biome here, and I've got the crossbow gauntlet on, which honestly makes the game 100 times easier. But what do you guys think of this aesthetic? I'm really happy with it. I think it looks really cool, and I'm really digging it, basically, is what I'm trying to say without saying it. And I don't know how much more I want to show without you guys playing it. But I'd love to know in the comments below if you'd like to see me play more of this, or if this is more than enough. I'd love to record and upload some more gameplay, but would you like me to do it more as live or just pre-recorded and I just tell you how I went? I'd love to get your thoughts on doing more gameplay stuff, because I can't always rely on doing Steam Deck tutorials all of the time. But what I will do is I'll leave you with some gameplay before I go. And I just want to say thanks again, and to 3D Realms for giving me the key to play this. Basically, without them, I wouldn't have been able to check this out and report the Steam Deck port. So for me, this is a pretty good port. It works really well, and there's nothing more I can say on that. So have a great day, guys, and catch you in the next one.